Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be having a look at the T32 and just how underrated this tank is. But before we get into the video, this video is sponsored by the Amazon App Store. Basically, it is an app store where you can download World of Tanks Blitz. You can use coins to purchase in-game goods for a discount. You can currently get 20% off any of your purchases. To start saving money on World of Tanks Blitz, download the App Store now. The links are in the description. Back to the video. Today, the T32 is such an underrated tank. It was a tank I once hated because I never really got to know the tank. Like, I just thought, you know what, the gun's shit. The gun is crap. I'm not going to lie. The gun is the penetration's poor. It's basically got the Chrysler K is the same gun, I believe. So yeah, the penetration isn't the best. But however, the turret on this thing is tier for tier, I would say one of the best turrets in the game. It is incredible. If you can get on a ridgeline, it is absolutely amazing. You will bounce almost everything that comes your way. We're going to have a look at the armor profile at the end of the video. Just to show you how good this turret can be when put in the right position. So you might have to use a bit of APCR, especially when you are against tier 9s, and we're going to see that against this KPF. You can see at that angle, fair enough, we can get the bottom plate. We are looking up on him, but yeah, when you're looking down on him or even sort of level with him, it's a very, very, very difficult pen. So you may have to use a bit of APCR. But like I said in previous videos, don't be afraid to use APCR. It's there for a reason. People will complain. I've had it so many times where I couldn't pen a tank because it was hold down. So I used heat, and then they completely spam you. Heat spammer. That's what it's there for. It's there for a reason. People call you cheaters and stuff like that for using it. I mean, just look at that upper plate. Using AP, it is impenetrable. But as soon as we switch to the APCR, it does become an easy pen. So as I've said, don't be afraid to use Pramo. If you have to use Pramo, don't worry too much about the DPM. I would rather do some damage then bounce my shots, because even though you're doing less DPM using APCR, you'll do even less DPM by bouncing your shots. So don't ever be afraid to use APCR if you need to. Of course, if you don't need to, situations like this where you have side of tanks, then yeah, of course, use AP to pump up that DPM as much as you can. But get on a ridgeline. Once you're on a ridgeline, you will literally have a while of a time. Now, this game, we don't even bounce really anything. It's just a bit of footage to put in, really just to show you about that gun, because it's very troll. It's not the greatest of guns. Now, this tank is actually commonly used for tier 8 tournaments as well, which I used to play a few tier 8 tournaments for a bit of fun, or to get used to playing tier 10s with my team. But nowadays I don't really play tournaments. I don't have time to even play the game as much, let alone tournaments. But it is a popular tank amongst those tier 8ers that want to just have a bit of fun, or want to start learning or training for those professional tournaments. And sometimes they do go tier 8 just to get used to it, just to get used to playing as a team before they step up to the next level in tier 10. And the T32 is a very good tank to do that because of the hold down position. You can get into that hold down position. I mean, look at that. At that angle, you can't pen it. You can't pen the front of the T2020. But as soon as you switch to APCR, not a problem, goes through like butter. Seems to be a pretty easy tank to ace, to be honest. Almost 3k the first class, so you're probably looking at around 1250 XP to ace the tank. Not too bad. Now, we are going to now show a game, just absolutely beautiful game. It has everything. You have damage, block damage, and showing you this replay. I've had this replay for a while, and I've been meaning to do a T32 video for a very long time, but it's just getting around to it, and I finally got around to doing it. So this game, you can see he's always trying to use these ridge lines, and that's what he's going to do most of this game, I suppose, using these ridge lines. He has to be very careful because he is on his own around this area of the map, and I think he's just noticed that. He's looking around thinking, oh crap, I'm on my own, but not too much of an issue when there's an LTTB that just rushes you, loses half of his hit points, and you can just see him backing around this corner just to get him out of trouble. But he's not looking at running away. He's looking at the minimap. He's using that minimap. He's thinking, right, okay, there's the LTTB there. There is another tank around here, but it's nothing I can't deal with. He's a great player, and he knows what he's doing. He's looking. His team is sort of just behind him, and he knows that the Type 59 there is spotted. And here comes the VK36, which is only a tier 6 tank. So he's not worried at the slightest. This guy is not going to really be able to pen him frontally. So he's just going to stay there, and you can see he's just bouncing shots, but he is now backing up a bit more, seeing as the Tiger 1 has come available. But you know, he's still not looking at running away. He's thinking, okay, 3 tanks, Tiger 1, not too bad. VK, yeah, LTTB, that's half hit points. Yeah, I'm just going to stay. He does have some help now. He does have some help with the Emil 1, another great tank to come and help him with. And this VK, like, yeah, he's going to be dead. He's not penning really anything stupidly. Well, not stupidly, it's a foul tune. The enemy, his team will also have a foul tune, but his team is now losing. They need to clear some tanks. Now he is going to clear the VK. Personally, I mean, yeah, if he's a one shot and you've got the shot off, then yeah, take it. But I wouldn't have been too worried about that VK. This Tiger 1 is much more of a dangerous target. And now the Type 59, which is behind, he's now a one shot. So he is trying to go for these one shots. Here comes the LTTB. It's 3 against 5. This Emil is basically a one shot. The LTT does block it, does bounce him. And now he's looking at getting out of there, relocating, trying to go for this Type 59, which is hopefully a one shot if he doesn't low roll. He does clear him, and now hopefully he can give this guy a little bit of a ram just to bring him down to a one shot. It's 2 against 4, so he needs all the hit points he can get, and now there is the Tiger to deal with. So he's already bounced 600 damage so far. He's on 3.1k damage with 3 kills, but his LTTB is losing hit points. As long as he gets out of there, he should hopefully be okay. But sitting in front of a Tiger 1 is not the best of decisions. Now what he's doing now, he's creating distance from his from the enemy team, and he's actually telling the LTTB, like, come on, like, come, like, stop sitting there, don't sit there. And now doing that, creating that distance, has managed to split these tanks apart. And this AMX has decided to come on his own. He's pushing, he is a one shot, and you can see there, just showing the turret, he does manage to get a bounce, although he does bounce on the AMX as well, but he does manage to take him out. So the LTTB is a one shot now. He's still in there. He's still running around. Hopefully he can reset the cap before he dies. But it is now just 2 tier 7s left to go. And again, it's putting a little bit of pressure on him because of the cap. So because he now has to go towards him, he can't really, oh no, they've changed their mind. That's the bad decision there, because now he is in a perfect position to be hold down, and this IS is really going to struggle to penetrate him, and he gets that shot off, and now the Tiger is coming. So they need to go together, to be honest. If they're gonna rush, they need to go together. But the Tiger decides just to sit back a little bit, come from a different angle, which again is probably right. One in the front, one in the back, but doing that, he's managed to just get up this little hill. It is taking his time up this big hill there, but he really has to focus this IS now. But he is bouncing, but he is bouncing also from him. And God knows why this IS is, I mean, he's shooting HE. It is an American tank, but from an IS is not going to really do too much. And again, he's put himself into that position where he is hold down. He's separating the tank. So again, he knows that the Tiger's coming from a different direction. So he's just going to go back over the ridgeline and get himself into a decent position again. And hopefully he will get to take out this IS. So he's just going to aim. He's going to go hold down. And now he does take that IS out to bring it down to a 1 versus 1. The Tiger is going to push now. If he face hugs this Tiger, it's going to be really difficult for this Tiger to be able to penetrate him, as you can see there. So 1600 block damage he's got now. He's still I mean, the Tiger is a 2-shot, but he needs to get close to this Tiger. The Tiger has got great DPM. If he high rolls now, he could potentially be a 1-shot to this Tiger. And as you can see there, hopefully he does manage to take him out and doesn't low roll, and of course he does manage to do it. 6 kills, 1600 blocked damage and over 5,400 damage himself. So it's a very good tank. The gun, as I've said, is not the greatest. But if you can get down into them hold down positions, which is what our guy there, Scorpio, was always trying to do, then you have a really, really fun battle. And he did really, really well there, clearing all those guys. 6 kills and a nice win. Now, we are going to look at the turret on Blitz Hanger. And you could just see, look at that. Like the gun mantlet, you can't pen it anyway. And all around is just absolutely red as hell. Like 365 millimeters in some parts. Even the hatch on top is still fairly troll. Like you can get it to sort of 200, 300 millimeters thick. Effective, sorry. So you can see all around it. Yes, they can penetrate the hatch, but wiggling, moving backwards and forwards, it is a very, very difficult pen. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, guys. If you did, hit that subscribe button. Let's get the sub count back up and running to where we should be. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With